everyone, and welcome back to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Season 2, Episode 2. Last episode, we had, they found this crystal. The crystal was like an anti-magic crystal. They decided not to bring it with them, then they fell in an anti-magic cave. So they could have brought the crystal the whole time. It was worth a lot of money. So that entire thing happened, and Stark got a good lesson that, like, you know, if he's scared and he wants to run, as long as he runs with his team, there's nothing wrong with that. And there was another storyline in there. What was the other storyline? Oh, it was with Verbal, right? I haven't looked at the notes yet. I was going back, but I think it was with Verbal and Ede? Is that her name? I was trying to remember it all last video, and I haven't looked it up. But just now it came to me, Ede, and I don't remember the other guy's name. But I think because I was trying to remember the girl's name because I always liked her character. Anyway, we saw them. They tried to recruit Stark because Stark's a great warrior and they need great warriors. And then Stark said no, and he told Fern the reason is because of you. I travel here not because I'm following Frieren, but because I'm following you. And I think that was a very, very cute, very sweet moment. So we're going to be jumping into Season 2, Episode 2. There's only 10 episodes of this season, so we have to savor every episode that we can because it's an incredible show that we're getting very few episodes of. But anyway, make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Gent Watches One Piece channel. On my One Piece channel, we are caught up with One Piece, or on my Patreon account, we're caught up with One Piece. On my One Piece channel, we're posting the final episodes of the show that's out right now, on there right now, so go check it out. Anyway, let's jump into this Season 2, Episode 2 of Frieren. That's a very pretty opening shot. Those shots are so incredible. Episode 30, The Hero of the South. Yeah, I mean, we do that a lot. Oh! She would love that. Oh? Yeah. Someone's got to do it. Yeah, I was gonna say. Is that Himmel? Doesn't look like Himmel. The hero of the South. I see. Ah. Interesting. Did you meet him? Yeah, but we've met two of them, I think. Yeah, we met Aura. Yeah. We met Aura and what's his name? Damn. He took down 3? And he was a human? Slut the Omniscient. This is a cool way to show the story. Oh, damn. He seems like a cool guy. Ah. Well, that's a bit more of a depressing outlook. Oh. He came to try to recruit her? This was before Himmel came around? Oh? Okay, alright, tell me. Okay, yeah. Based on what you said, I thought that was the case. You will care in the future. He knew his death was coming. This is a cool character so far. Whoa! Whoa! Sick design. I love the eye. I feel a bit sorry for you. Yep. And he'll bring you along and you'll change the world. God damn. Well, that's crazy. You just told her that he spoiled the story for her. A head bat. Oh? What did she tell him? Is this the scene where she tells him? Oh. Oh. Aww. So yeah, he went into it knowing that he'd die, but because it clears a path for Himmel. Damn. Well, it wasn't buried. People still remember you. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I imagine he couldn't see past his death. Oh, actually no. Because you could see that Himmel went on to defeat it. So yeah. Maybe it gets more blurry the further past his death it is. That doesn't interest you? Oh my god. Who are you? Fern and Stark look unsettled. She's being very responsible all of a sudden. What? Oh. She was trying to avoid this. Uh-huh. Why does she want to avoid you specifically, though? Who's your lord? She really doesn't want to do it. Look at Frieren's face. Graph Duck. What do you want? Okay. This is a pattern. Frieren has to keep cleaning up their fucking mess. Better be a good grimoire. Like one to like clear out earwax or something. Whoa. Sick. Oh. Interesting. Maybe they just, well, I was about to say maybe they just care about it, but we know demons, they don't tend to have those sorts of emotions. Look at that little smile. Well, you tried to abandon them, but just like quickly enough, because you knew it was coming. But once they actually ask, you can't abandon them. Oh my god! Get that shit off my screen. Still not doing great in the fishing. Whoa. Ooh. Long hair guy or lady demon? Demon at all? Or is it just woman? Why can't I speak properly? A priest. No, she's covering her. She's covering her horns. Or is she? I don't want to like distrust her if she's a good woman. I think this might be a demon. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Ah, it's all a ploy. Yep. I mean, you're very suspicious having a hood over your head. Jesus. Oh, that sound. Oh, this is pretty sick. Oh, I love the demon fights in this show. Oh shit! Oh my god! Careful, Fern! Yes, Shark! Good shit. Yeah, he's just doing his job. Oh. God damn! That poor demon, outnumbered 3 to 1. She held her own, considering everything. You get lots of XP from it. Look how snappy she is. I love when we see that big smile on her face. Do you not want her to waste a prayer on a demon? It's something sacred? Oh, just because it's dangerous. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it just shows how tricky the demon tricks get, you know? They find something that works for them like that and take advantage of it. Okay, now she's fine with sticking around here. Now that there's nothing to avoid anymore. It will, but it'll probably be in, you know, 100 years. They would absolutely use it for horrible shit. Damn. So yeah, not only do they need to keep the sword, they need to like safeguard it from demons. Oh god. I can see all sorts of tricks you could pull to get that sword. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Did you? What is it? So stupid. It's even stupider than the one I suggested. Another fantastic episode. That was, man, it's also like really interesting with this show. I mean, obviously I imagine this is because it's based on a manga. And so, like, and I imagine the manga has a lot of just like one-off chapters. Like they just do something and there's a chapter that they do something and then the next chapter they're in a completely different place doing a completely different thing, you know? But the fact that this show tends to have like 2 or 3 stories in an episode, but they all are quite like meaningful, you know? I mean, I think this show is at its best when it's doing the slightly longer arcs. Because I just really like, I mean, I just like stuff like that. I like more ongoing stories rather than little anthology type things. It's not really anthology, but you know what I mean, like little monster of the week stories. But that's just like my personal preference. But the little stories that they do in this show are some of the best out there. Like out of the monster of the week type storytelling that I've seen, Frieren does it some of the best. Like it really does work for me. But yeah, like even, you know, this episode, the first half of the episode was the Hero of the South stuff, and the second half of the episode was the Demon Sword. And both of those were like very different stories. But they were just 2 great stories, and they just give the story exactly the amount of time that it needs, and then they just move on. So yeah, it's really nice. I like the thing with the demon sword is they said like a servant, the first time a servant helped to, like helped the demon to get that sword or whatever, because they were charmed by them or whatever. It's like, I can kind of see in my head how it could happen, you know? Like I immediately like imagined a scene in my head based on what we've seen of demons so far. I imagine a scene in my head of like a demon who's very charming and nice, like, you know, getting close to the servant and talking to the servant and being like, it's bullshit. Like, it's unfair. That sword is our, you know, our heirloom, and people just don't understand. That sword belonged to my ancestors, and it's not about it as a weapon. As a weapon, it's nothing. As a weapon, who cares? But, like, it really meant a lot to our people, and we don't have much culture. but that's something, you know, our culture is built on strength, and that is something that, like, we cared about so much. And of course, any form of culture that we have, humanity took it from us. So, like, of course we're going to rebel. Of course we're going to fight back against humanity, because they're taking any form of culture that we have left and making us out to be monsters. So, like, all we need is that sword back. And then maybe we can start to build something, you know? Maybe we can start to actually grow as a species, and maybe even start to learn to live in harmony. But until that happens, like, we're just going to continue to be angry that humanity's keeping something from us that is deservedly ours. It's one thing to stop us from taking your land and your people, but it's another thing to take what's ours. I can imagine a demon giving that sort of speech. And then the human's like, yeah, you know what? That is horrible. That's horrible. Let's get you that sword back and see if we can do something about it. And then he helps them steal the sword. And then they're like, ah, suckers, let's destroy some villages. And then they just level a city. And then Frieren and Himmel and the party have to go and kill that demon. But, like, that's the thing about this series, is they've, like, set up the demons in such a way that they'll do shit like that. They'll just be so... They'll be so convincing, like, in such a way. It's really interesting, because I don't know if this series is ever going to go the route of like, you know, getting us into this comfort zone of, like, demons are always evil. Demons will always be evil, and then there's no exception to that. I don't know if the series ever will go there. And, like, I don't think the manga's finished. The manga's on hiatus right now. I don't think it's finished. So, like, I don't even think anyone else can say that it definitely won't go there. Because, like, but obviously what they're doing is they're going, there's so many series out there of, like, fantasy or whatever that does go, like, hey, there's these demons or whatever, but here are the exceptions. You know, they love, like, storytelling loves to put exceptions in. And it's a good thing that storytelling puts exceptions in, because the world generally isn't black and white. Generally, it isn't as simple as, like, these are evil and these are good. And so we like to, like, you know, put some more interest in everything. But I also kind of like that Frieren as a series, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, takes advantage of us doing that constantly. It takes advantage of humanity's like want to empathize with everyone, and then it goes, hey, you keep having empathy for these demons, and they're gonna keep disappointing you every time, you know. I think that's really cool. So yeah, I really liked that demon storyline at the end. It was very good. But yeah, that first storyline when we met the hero of the South, really cool. So he can see into the future. He had future sight. And he saw that he was not going to defeat the Demon King, but he saw that Himmel was going to come along and do it. And so he was like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let myself die, but I'm going to use this year to take out 3 sages of destruction. Like, and that'll clear a path for you to be able to do the job and you to be able to save the world. So like, to him, it stops the... you know, he doesn't get the glory of it, but he doesn't need the glory of it. He was just doing it for a good purpose, which is very nice. It's very nice to know. And I wonder what would have happened if he didn't do it. I mean, I imagine it's one of those things where it's like, because he saw it in the future, it has to happen. Like, I made a TikTok skit about this once, a time travel skit. About, like, the idea of, like, what if, like, you see into the future and you're like, well, what if I go do this? And then the other person just says, well, you don't do that. Like, it's not like that's physically impossible for you to do, but for some reason or another, you're not going to do that because it doesn't end up happening in the future, you know? Like, and we know what the future is and it doesn't end up happening. So there's a reason that doesn't happen. And I mean, it's possible that his future sight is really just like, if my actions continue in the way that I'm continuing my actions, then this thing happens. But maybe if I change my actions, then it won't. But he maybe saw a future where the Demon King was defeated, it just wasn't by him. And so he was like, well, I'm gonna make sure to like keep my actions the same as I see in my future, because I want the Demon King to be defeated, and if I change my actions, I no longer have the foresight of knowing if the Demon King will ever be defeated, you know? Like, it could be something like that. But he did think that he wouldn't be remembered, and Frieren was like, you're an idiot. Like, you think you had all this future sight and you couldn't see that there are still statues of you all this time after, and a whole town at least remembering your name. Well, not remembering his name, because I don't think they said his name. I think they just said he was the hero of the South. Maybe they said his name, but I don't think so. I think I would have written it down. But they remember who he was and what he did. I dropped something. No, I found it. Anyway, so I liked that storyline. I like the hero of the South. He seems like a cool guy. And yeah, I don't know. I just feel like when this show introduces characters and it's like clear that they're important characters, even if it's like he may never show up in the series again, and he probably won't. Like, I think everything that he's done we've heard about. You know, he defeated 3 sages, like the 3 of the sages, like that's, we heard about it. I mean, honestly, the Schlatt the Omniscient thing seems so interesting that maybe we'll revisit that again. But the point is, like, he's regardless of whether he's going to be a thing in this show going forward, he's still an important character to the history of this world. And I don't know, I just like the world building in the show a lot. That you know, finding out about that is very cool, and I want to like cement it in my memory, even though I might forget. But I rewatched this show a decent amount, so I feel like I'll remember. Anyway, that was Frieren season 2 episode 2. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I have anything else to say, so thank you for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.